More than 2,000 years ago, travelers spoke of a city unlike any other on Earth. A city of towering walls, golden temples, and a palace filled with exotic plants cascading like waterfalls from high terraces. This was Babylon, the legendary capital of ancient Mesopotamia. And within its walls stood one of the most mysterious structures in human history, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. A garden that, according to ancient writers, seemed to float in the air. But here lies the mystery. For all its fame as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, no one has ever found definitive evidence that the gardens truly existed. Were they real? Or were they simply a legend that grew with time? To understand the mystery, we must first step into the world of ancient Babylon. During the 6th century BC, Babylon reached the height of its power under the rule of the mighty king Nebuchadnezzar II. His empire stretched across much of the ancient world. Babylon itself became a marvel of architecture. Massive double walls surrounded the city. Gigantic bronze gates protected its entrances, and through the heart of the city ran the great Euphrates River. Travelers described Babylon as the most magnificent city ever built. The city contained towering temples, massive palaces, and the famous Ishtar Gate. The Ishtar Gate was covered in bright blue glazed bricks and golden animal reliefs. Yet even among these wonders, one structure captured the imagination of the ancient world more than any other: a garden rising in terraces toward the sky. According to ancient Greek historians, the Hanging Gardens were unlike anything ever seen before. The gardens were said to be built on enormous stone terraces stacked one above another. Each level was filled with rich soil where trees, flowers, and exotic plants grew. From a distance, the structure looked like a green mountain rising above the desert city. Water from the Euphrates River was lifted upward through a complex irrigation system. This water flowed through hidden channels, nourishing the plants and allowing the gardens to flourish in the dry Mesopotamian climate. Ancient writers described vines hanging from the terraces, palm trees swaying in the wind, and colorful flowers blooming high above the city streets. It was a paradise in the middle of the desert, a living symbol of power, beauty, and engineering genius. But why were these gardens built? Questions linger in the air, inviting exploration into the mysteries surrounding the construction of such an extraordinary wonder, leaving historians and dreamers alike captivated. One of the most famous legends says the gardens were created as a gift. King Nebuchadnezzar II had married a queen from the mountainous lands of Media. Her name, according to some traditions, was Amitis of Media. Far from her homeland, she missed the green hills and forests of the mountains. Babylon, by contrast, was flat and dry, so the king ordered his engineers to create something never seen before: a mountain of gardens rising above the city. Trees from distant lands were planted on the terraces. Streams of water flowed through hidden stone channels. The queen could walk among the trees and feel, even for a moment, that she had returned to her homeland. If true, the Hanging Gardens may have been one of the greatest royal love stories in ancient history. But there is a problem. Despite the detailed descriptions from Greek historians, there is a surprising absence of evidence. Babylon was famous for its written records. Kings proudly documented their greatest achievements. And yet, in the thousands of surviving Babylonian tablets and inscriptions, there is no clear mention of the Hanging Gardens. Not even in the records of Nebuchadnezzar II, who described many of his building projects in great detail. This has led some historians to question whether the gardens ever existed in Babylon at all. Another theory suggests the gardens may have actually been located in a different city, the powerful Assyrian capital of Nineveh. There, the Assyrian king Sennacherib built massive palace gardens with advanced irrigation systems. Some scholars believe ancient writers may have confused Nineveh with Babylon over time. If that theory is true, the Hanging Gardens may have existed, but in a completely different place. For more than a century, archaeologists have searched for clues. Excavations in Babylon uncovered palace walls, temples, and enormous foundations, but none have clearly matched the descriptions of the Hanging Gardens. Some researchers believe the gardens may have been destroyed long ago by earthquakes or floods. Others believe the gardens were exaggerated by ancient storytellers, a beautiful legend that grew larger with each retelling. Yet the mystery remains unsolved. No ruins, no clear records, only ancient descriptions of a breathtaking garden rising toward the sky. Conclusion: the Hanging Gardens of Babylon remain one of history's greatest mysteries. Were they truly a magnificent garden built by a powerful king? A hidden engineering marvel lost to time? or simply a legend created by travelers amazed by the wonders of the ancient world. Until new discoveries are made, the truth may remain buried beneath the sands of Mesopotamia. But one thing is certain: the story of the Hanging Gardens continues to capture the imagination of historians, explorers, and dreamers alike. A reminder that some of the greatest wonders of the ancient world are also the greatest mysteries.